Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. I am the Seven Swords. We are back in Skyrim with Sarah. We are currently here in... I'm sorry, but that guy just standing there naked just completely derailed my train of thought. We're here to speak to Gulamai to figure out what he knows about the contact that we're currently dealing with the Thieves Guild. Who?
Greetings. Are you interested in buying or selling some books? I am at your service.
Sure? I'm guessing this is probably one of those guys from that one group that we keep running into. Why are you not wearing the merchant's clothes? I'm so confused. But yeah, I think this is from that one quest that adds in that other person who we were talking to, who buys and sells books from the college and the other couple places we've seen them. That is so weird. Why are you just not wearing the merchant's clothes? Oh, that's weird. Let's just talk to Gulamai. Hello, Gulamai.
Oh, what do we have here? Let me guess. By your scent, I'd say you were from the guild. But that can't be true, because I told Mercer I wouldn't deal with them anymore.
I'm here about Golden Glow Estate, and yes, I'm with the guild.
I don't deal in land or property. Now, if you're looking for goods, you've come to the right person.
You can drop the act, Gulamai. Gagajoli, or however you say that name.
Oh, wait. Did you say Golden Glow Estate? My apologies.
I had a feeling you didn't hear me the first time.
I know very little about that bee farm, was it?
You acted as a broker for its new owner.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't be expected to remember every deal I handle.
Mm-hmm. What would it take to identify the buyer?
Well, now that you mention it, there is something I've been trying to get my hands on. I have a buyer looking for a case of firebrand wine. There just so happens to be a single case in the Blue Palace. Bring it to me, and we'll talk about Golden Glow Estate.
Very well. Now, the reason why she didn't try to persuade him or to intimidate him, the first is she doesn't want to try intimidating him and having him scare him into fighting, because then she might have to kill him, and she's not supposed to do that. She doesn't want to try to persuade him because she doesn't want to make a promise she can't keep, and she can't make a word she can't speak for the guild that they'll forget what's going on if he helps them out. She needs to get Gulamai as much under her control as possible without enthralling him, because I think one of the reasons why she doesn't just enthrall him to get the information is that it messes with the mind of the person. So it doesn't mean that he'll remember everything. And she doesn't want to risk damaging him if she doesn't have to. That'd be the easiest explanation I could come up with out of character for why she doesn't just enthrall him. I obviously can't enthrall him because it's video game mechanics, but as in for character-wise, I would think that that would be the most likely case. That if she doesn't have to, she doesn't want to. Now, let's see. Firebrand Whiskey's over there. I don't see any guards. Is it really this lightly guarded? Really? Well, for being a place at war, it's not very... in a place where the High King basically was... where the High King was basically showed up and just... the guy walked in and murdered him. I could easily just walk in here and do it myself. Not that Sarra would. Sarra has no desire to damage Skyrim any more than it already is. It's actually part of the reason why she's eventually going to pull herself, join the war effort. We're going to be doing that not too long in the future. We are going to taking a break from Gulamai after Gulamai's mission. We're not going straight back to the guild. we're going to be heading in a different direction. Mostly because I would like to head over to Sarana's castle to continue with that quest. And I'm hoping that Sarana is there. I'm not entirely entirely sure where she could have gone. She might be outside the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary down near Falkreath. Because I did notice that like NPCs stop moving there, and then they do the whole wait for you to tell them to come with you kind of command. So that's always a possibility. But I'm not entirely sure where she is, so I'm kind of hoping she just shows back up eventually.
Ah, I see you have the wine. Hand it over, and we'll talk.
There you go.
Good. Can't have the buyer getting impatient and looking elsewhere for this, can we? Here, take this. I certainly can't use it, but I suppose I need to pay you something for the goods.
You're trying to bribe me now?
Not at all. I consider it an investment in prolonging my life. As far as Golden Glow Estate goes, I'll tell you what I know.
Okay,
I was
then.
approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arangoth for the estate. I brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed.
Did she say why she was doing this?
Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey.
How in the world can you tell that? That's it? No name? Nothing? You don't recognize her or anything like that?
In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry.
And I think you're lying to me.
Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
Of course. You've been very useless. Get out of here, lizard. And let's start with working towards following him. I'm just going to let him go for a little bit. I don't think you can fail this quest as by letting him get too far ahead. I'll say, how am I detected? I'm invisible, stealth, and in shadow armor. I wonder if I just like walked up to him if something would happen. Like, would he just tell me to get lost? Would he attack me? I'm not going to do it because I obviously don't want to fail this quest, and I don't feel like dropping a quick save and then reloading it to see what happens.
Goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours.
I was thinking about how I wish I would have done this differently. Wish I would have done the quest itself differently. I also apologize if my voice sounds overly aggressive. I have my volume turned up to try and get my voice as loud as I can, and it's showing that I'm spiking on my audio, but like I've been trying to figure out how to fix this. If this isn't working, then I'll try something else. But I apologize. It will be like this for the entirety of the episode though, because there's no way for me to check it with the way I do my recordings. I'm tempted to drop my paralysis spell to get my paralysis spell out. Just in case. I don't want to do any killing, and I'm not going to do any killing if I don't have to. I will kill if I have to, but don't want to kill. This is a Thieves Guild quest, meaning I should be doing this sneakily. If I do kill, we'll probably bring them back as a vampire. And technically, I thought of something. I think if I bring them back as a vampire, I can then cure their vampirism with my ability that cures vampirism, and they'll still remain alive. So I'll basically have a way of resurrecting people and then restoring them back to their humanity. There's the Emperor's ship. Technically, it will remain there, I think, for the rest of the game, but we are going to pretend that it is not there. We are going to pretend that it has left and headed back to Cyrodiil. Back to the White Gold City. Capital of the Empire and throne of the Empire. Should have just said capital and throne of the Empire. The White Gold Tower, of course. Nope. I try to use the invisibility where it makes sense. I obviously don't want to keep the invisibility up because it'll drain my magicka. I'd rather not drain my magicka if I don't have to. Go ahead and slip by this guard. I like how he just kind of keeps on walking. It's like the guards, like, do not care. I think that guard stops you if you try to walk past him, and he can see you. Ooh, we got the key. I forgot we had wax keys. There he goes. Now, we are looking for something while we're here. There's a map in here that we want to grab. My main goal here, though, is to follow Gulamai. We'll grab the map on the way out. Not to mention, I think the map is... Ooh, goat, apparently. I think the map is near the ending of the quest. We're gonna stay as out of sight as we can with Gulamai. This is the easiest way to go about this, I think. He's currently underneath us. They're probably tracking him with both magic and sight and sound. It's kind of what I imagine the quest markers are, is it's her magicka keeping track of them. I am not going to fight these guards unless I have to. Stuff away. We don't need that just yet. I think we are going to need it at some point, though. Did I fell silently, apparently. Go ahead and take that torch. I don't need the extra light right now. That's not a torch I can take. Alright. Guards can't see. Guards aren't looking this way anyways. Flip around the back way. Here he comes. You're gonna go back that way. Unless he's looping to try and throw anybody off his tail, or see if he's being tailed. But he's not gonna catch us. We won't be finishing this quest line. Well, we won't be finishing the Thieves Guild quest line, I should say. It's this guard. Back on, by the way. Off the light. We have worked our way completely around, so Gulamai is definitely heading somewhere. That was close. That sneak gain mean that he actually nearly detected us. And improved our sneaking skill because we were able to keep from being detected. Because if you're completely stealthed, that you actually don't gain very much experience. You gain experience mostly when you're being detected, but you're staying stealthed. I'm actually sitting here and wonder why Gulamai doesn't have a torch. Okay. Instead, I'm kind of surprised he doesn't go into the water. He is an Argonian. I think he'd go into the water. Let's go take a look at what he just looked at real quick, just to see what that book is. Oh, it's the ledgers for the business. Is he just doing his job? I know that he's not. I know what he's doing, but I'm just kind of role-playing it. Sarah's probably getting kind of curious about what's going on. I don't want to go through the water, but I don't have a choice. There's some skooma. And this seems very hidden. We have Brinewater Grotto. Now Gulamai has suddenly moved ahead of us quite a bit. That'd definitely take us through spiders, and I don't feel like dealing with spiders. Why is he in the water? And slip around. Still trying not to fight anybody. Especially in here. Maybe bandits and may work for Gulamai directly, but we don't know who these people are affiliated with, so there's no point to murdering them right now. Not when it's not necessary. I am still trying to roleplay this to a certain degree. Even if it's not as direct as it used to be. Oh, hello, doggy. Go ahead and don't sniff me. The dog probably can smell me, but whatever. My thought process is that the dog probably doesn't pay attention to me because I'm probably using magic to keep it from noticing me. Oh, that's a Khajiit. I thought that was Gulamai at first.
Is someone there?
Right.
Must have been nothing.
That's right. That's right. Udge. That was annoying.
Please, what was he thinking? Fool never saw me pull that ace out of my boot.
Flip back into the shadows using my invisibility. That's a very useful technique when you're trying to stay undetected. Although I don't think that they would notice me. I'm pretty sure with how high my detection skill, my stealth skill right now is, thanks to the enchantments, I'd have a they wouldn't even notice me if I stood directly in front of them. The only reason they noticed me there was because I activated that trap, which kind of sends out a beak, which I think sends out like a pulse, letting them know, letting basically all the enemies in the area know where you are. Take a look and see what's in here. Now, no matter how we get out of here, or no matter what happens here, we're going to leave the way we came in, because I think that's where the item I want is. Alright, we only have one option here, because I don't have the ability to deal with this guy any other way.
Someone there?
He's too strong for calm. What? Bullcrap. Okay. Might have to take out a couple of these bandits. Oh wait, no, there goes Gulamai. Nope. Okay, was that guy? No. Okay. You need to go first because you're not going to be you're not going to be easy to handle if I need to deal with you. So you, I'm going to have to deal with. There's a handful of these guys I'm going to have to deal with because they're too close to Gulamai for me to deal with Gulamai and not deal with them first. I might resurrect them as vampires, I might not. I haven't decided yet. Alright, the next guy is going to be the other guy. And I'm going to basically do the same thing. I'm going to try and kill him with a backstab. If it doesn't work, I'm going to hit him with paralysis and then kill him. Where'd the other guy go? It's the Khajiit. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. Where'd the Khajiit go? There's the Khajiit. He's going to walk back that way. I'm going to deal with Khajiit. Then I'll deal with him. And then we'll talk to Gulamai. I might shoot him with an arrow. I haven't decided yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to stab this guy in the back. I like how he hasn't noticed that guy over there. There we go. Can I move you? Nope. Part of me wants to try to use my telekinesis spell to see if I can move him. Because I think I have telekinesis. I think it's an alteration spell. Let's take a look real quick. I do. Nope. Okay. Okay. Only way to deal with this now. Because I can't have him nearby, because that's going to be a problem. And I can't use calm on him, so that's not going to work. Now, do I have paralysis on? Because if I do, then I can use it on Gulamai if he tries to run.
Now there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, he'll have me killed.
Tell me first, then I'll decide.
All right. It's Carlia. Her name is Carlia.
Say that name like I should know it.
Mercer never told you about her? Carlia is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's after Mercer.
And you're helping her?
No. Look, I didn't even know it was her until after she contacted me. Please, you have to believe me.
Where's Carla now?
When I asked her where she was going, she just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the Golden Glow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell him I'm worth more to him. Mercer never told you about her? You needed to know more?
You know why Carla purchased Golden Glow?
I asked her the same thing and she wouldn't come out and tell me. But now that I know who she is, I'd say she's trying to hit the Thieves Guild where it hurts.
What do you mean?
Maven Blackbriar needs Golden Glow's honey for her mead. She's been using the guild to keep the estate under her thumb. If the owner cuts the guild out of the picture, he's cutting Maven out of the picture, which she can't afford. If I was Maven, I'd blame the guild for weakening and not being able to handle the place.
Which makes Maven lose faith in us.
Exactly. For the guild to survive, they need Maven. This Carlia must have spent a lot of time and resources planning this.
Okay.
Now you won't forget to tell Mercer I cooperated, will you?
Yeah. Now what to do with your friend? I'm gonna take a poke around. I'm probably gonna resurrect these guys. Leave them for my workers here. Take care of this situation. Keep an eye on you. But I will see you all when I'm done, because I gotta take a look around. I want to try and grab as much goodies out of this place as I can. So we will be right back. Alright. So, storyline wise, we took over everybody in there with mind control magic using vampirism and Sarana, not Sarana, Sarah's vastly increasing power of magic. We're not going to deal with the East Empire Trading Company yet. Sarah does not have a way of dealing with them that she finds to be useful at this point. She's going to deal with them later. She does plan on dealing with them, just not right now. We're going to go up here, because this might be what I'm looking for. Yes, it is. And now, I can grab the East Empire shipping map. I also have a ton of gold up here, which we're going to go ahead and take. Now, what I see Sarah does here is she copies the map and leaves a copy here. She takes the original, but she leaves a copy here. And the copy also has a secret message on it back to the Emperor, because the map is eventually going to go back to the Emperor. That's her plan. And when it gets to the Emperor, he'll have the secret message that she sent to him. How she knows this, I'm under the impression the Thieves Guild told her, like, hey, this map is supposed to go to the Emperor, we need a copy of it, go get us a copy. She took the original, and she left a copy that she had made, which she only needed to, which was basically just looked exactly the same. The only thing it didn't have was all the information about them. It had all of the, oh, it's troll fat. I was wondering what that was. The only thing it didn't have was like the Empire's, as the East Empire's training hating routes actually designed. Now, a bit of information, just so we're clear. I didn't actually mind control any of them. I just snuck my way back out. I didn't have to kill any. I didn't end up fighting anybody. I just snuck my way back out, and now we're leaving, heading out of this place. I don't know if these guys are hostile. Like, I don't know if they catch me, if they're going to try to do anything other than maybe just kick me out of here. But I'm going to sneak my way out. Sarah snuck in. She's going to sneak out. They aren't going to know that she was here, and the East Empire Trading Company won't know that she's cased out their area. She also now has an information about this place. She might come back here eventually to do some more work, but that'll be another thing. It's not going to be. It's not going to be right now. She doesn't have any desire to do anything with the East Empire Trading Company at this moment. Wow. Did not realize it was already daytime. I think that's the danger marker. Oh, whatever. Into the water. Now, like I said, we're not heading back to we're not heading back to the guild just yet. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and walk along the shoreline until we can get back up onto the actual land, and then we're going to head towards Volkihar Castle to get that quest going again. The second thing about Volkihar Castle is that I know what quest is coming up. We're going to not be leaving Volkihar Castle for a little bit, but we are going to be heading out once more after we've taken care of a bit of business there. Right now I need to do this. Right now I want to do this with Sarah because this is the only thing that I'm waiting for the Imperial War, or to join the Stormcloak to join the war against the Stormcloaks. Sarra will be joining. She has made that decision. I'll probably mention it later when it actually is supposed to be happening, but eventually what's basically going to happen in story-wise is she's going to get a message from the Emperor, who has returned to Cyrodiil. She sends her a message and tells her basically that the war in Skyrim is getting to the point that it's becoming a problem. It's costing way too much resources, and a lot of what she wants to do is going to be stonewalled until the war is taken care of. Sarra decides to get rid of the war, to deal with the war as she sees fit. Which means she's going to join the Empire and fight for the Empire and finish the war. Why does she join the Empire side? Why not just join Titus? Why not just join the Stormcloaks and break Skyrim and break Skyrim a little harder? She doesn't want to do that. Skyrim needs to be under her banner, and she's right now controlling the Empire. So she controls this. So she wins the war for Sky in the Empire's favor. She can take over the Empire, and she can take over Skyrim. Or she has control of the Empire. She can take over Skyrim much more easily if she does it with this. We're also going to turn on No Stone Unturned because I believe, yes, it is time we dealt with this pirate ship. We went on here once to poke around, and they kind of forced us off. We kind of just left because it wasn't worth our time, but our clairvoyance spell that we cast a while back, which gave us our No Stone Unturned quest markers, is telling us that there is a stone on here, and we want to get that stone while we're here. Because I did not want to have to come all the way back here again just for that stone. Might as well grab it while we're here. Now we're going to sneak on board. I don't want to fight them. I don't feel like fighting them. I don't see why I would fight them. She might actually one day come and take over their minds. I don't know. But as of right now, I just don't want to fight. So we're just going to sneak our way past these bandits. Well, not bandits. They're... there's only... I was going to say there's only 2 colleges. I think there are actually 3 colleges thanks to a mod in this place. This guy literally gonna just hang out down here. Sneak right by you. Could turn invisible. Don't feel like turning invisible. How is this so difficult? Part of me is tempted to just use my spell to get out of here instead of getting out the normal way. That's the first mate. Where the fuck's the captain? Hope that didn't come across too clearly. I try not to cuss while we're streaming. Mostly just so that YouTube doesn't get mad at the whole age verification kind of stuff. Anything good in the captain's chest? Yeah. Wouldn't say good. Or this chest. I could kill the first mate. Or I could turn him into a vampire. That'd be tempting, actually, now that I think about it.
What was he thinking? Fool never saw me pull that ace out of my boot.
I guess gold. That's just Dance with Fire, which I'm pretty sure I already have. That one. Astro Synchronization Vampirism. Put our hand. Blood. There we go. Go ahead and feed on him. This ought to bring him back to life, I think. Should. There he is. Easy, easy. There you go. We'll take the potent poison. Good job. So now we have the first mate. I don't really need the rest of the crew. The way I see with these vampires is that Sarra has like a hive mind with them.
Could be anyone's. Get one rusty septum from me.
It's most likely going to be that.
Use your smarts, he said. Like I'm supposed to figure out which college he meant.
We're not going to have the first mate really do anything except monitor where the boat goes. That'll be the main job of him while he's here. Sarah's not dumb. Sarah knows that if she tells the first mate, hey, tell them to do this, that they're going to realize what's going on, and they're going to, like, basically mutiny against the first mate. She basically let him do whatever he wants. She's just going to keep an eye on him. That is that. Alright. On to Volkahar Castle. Which I have tempted to either bring you guys back when we get there, because it takes us all the way around here, or fast travel. Yeah, let's just fast travel. Fine.
Never should have come here.
Oh crap. Yep. I had a feeling you might show up. They start showing up here once you get so far with the thing. There's one in the tower. Deal with him in a second. Pain in my rear. Go deal with the one in the tower real quick. Come on. Somebody did mention in one of the videos that recently went up about how they thought it was funny that I didn't do that. They're also doing the Dawn Guard DLC, but they're doing it as Dawn Guard. They're not doing it as a vampire. To each their own. This quest is pretty fun from both sides. I prefer the vampire side because you get the vampire lord power. The way they could have gotten me to want to do the Dawn Guard side, for more than just, oh, I'm being a good character, so I'm going to do the Dawn Guard side. Spoiler alert for anybody who's watching the Nordic campaign. The Nord's probably going to do Sork's campaign. Sork is definitely going to be doing the Dawn Guard quest, and he's going to be doing it from the perspective of the Dawn Guard. Go ahead and feed on him. We might feed on a few thralls while we're here. Be a pretty good idea. Get our blood up to full. I just don't want to accidentally kill any of them. Because I can only imagine how mad Harkon would be if we start killing off his thralls. But one way they could easily do it is make it to where like you get like paladin armor and like really cool paladin spells that are based on killing vampires. Like, make being a vampire cooler than it is. I mean, make being a... Why do I feel like she's not going to show up? And why do I feel like part of them is going to be like, you need to go get Sarana? Because if they say that, and it does not mark where Sarana is, I'm going to be quite upset. I'm trying to remember where the thralls are. Oh, right. I remember. They're down by the drinks.
You're welcome here, as long
it in my way, and I won't tear your arms off. Simple, isn't it?
I like how he just said, you're welcome here as long as you don't overfeed on the thralls, and I was just talking about overfeeding on the thralls.
Need to sleep.
You're allowed to sleep, aren't you?
Why me?
My bloodlust is satisfied for now. Okay. Look, there should be more down here. Oh, wow. This place is pretty cool. I kind of wish you could drink blood from these. Guys, these. BRB. Alright, I'm back. I definitely don't want to sneeze while I'm maxed out on volume. Oh, we now have our moth priest. Oh, hi, Sarra.
I have
What
lived
now?
for far too long to be bothered with them.
But, we're here. The moth priest is here. Sarra is here, thankfully. This person's standing rudely in front of her.
Gilf and Vingama would just get it over with and kill each other. Ugh, I'm tired of listening to them.
Probably be a good idea. But in the next episode, we'll be talking to our moth priest, having him read the Elder Scroll, or basically talking to Harkon and see what he wants us to do, probably. But we will be talking to the moth priest, have him read the Elder Scroll, and we'll be moving on with this quest. But that will be in the next episode. I have been the Seven Swords. You have all been amazing. If you've liked the series so far, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to join me on the future stories for Sarra and other people from Skyrim and whatever else I decide to put up on this channel. If you would like to leave a comment, please leave comments in the section down below. I am reading every comment that is posted and trying to respond to them all. If I have not responded to your comment, it is either because I had nothing to say, I had nothing I could think of, or because I have not seen it up till that point. I try to see it within a week, as I try to check my comment section once a week for any comments that have not been responded to. If I have not responded to it, I'm either not seeing it because YouTube is being weird, or because of some other problem. So far, you guys are still getting once a week, once a day, Sarra, but except for that one day where you guys got 2 because you got the 0.5 episode. I don't plan on doing a bunch of 0.5 episodes, so don't get used to those. But I will see you all in the next one. Talk to you all later. Bye.